Hey, it's time to try to make another salsa. Tomatoes are not in season, so I am attempting another salsa. Welcome back to my attempts at making a salsa out of season. I'm Kathryn, the Aerogarden Homesteader. So, to build up to this story, if you haven't seen my other video, I attempted to make a salsa from canned tomatoes because fresh tomatoes are not in season yet. They're getting there. They're so close, but not close enough. And, you know, in the winter, when you don't have fresh salsa or fresh tomatoes to make salsa, what are we going to do? So I'm trying to find a version that can use canned tomatoes, because I can can tomatoes, and see how close we can get to the roasted salsa I made last time. It really shouldn't be that different, but we'll see. So the other salsa I made did not go over very well. In fact, I was the only one who ate it, although my husband would have eaten it too. But it didn't go over well with the kiddo, who I was actually trying to make it for. So we're going to do this again. I have... Don't buy dented cans. I actually dented this one by accident. Also, don't use your cans as a meat mallet. I was trying to break something up. It wasn't meat, but I was trying to break something up, and apparently the sides of the cans are really thin. So, in my 9x13, this is going out in the turkey roaster, and a 9x13 will fit in my turkey roaster. If I was just doing this in the oven, I would do this on a sheet pan, because roasting on a sheet pan is supposed to be so much nicer. It's not nicer, but it's easier because the sides are lower and you get the heat transfer comes through better. So I am going to get these open and drained because I don't want all that extra juice in there. That's just going to have to boil off and create a scum and probably make a mess in my pan. So I'm going to drain off what I can, which probably isn't going to be much, but anything's better than nothing. And I'm going to get this all in the pan with probably a little bit of salt and pepper just to get it started. And then let it roast probably for about an hour. I noticed that my turkey roaster is a little slower than my oven, and I don't know if that's a didn't set it to the right temperature thing, or if it's because it's a smaller, it's a smaller appliance, and so it cools off faster and struggles to keep the heat. I have no idea. Maybe the temperature listed on it is not accurate. Could be any number of things. I did put a thermometer in there one day, and it does seem to be a little bit lower than what the temperature states. So, doesn't matter, I just adjust my time. Ugh, dented cans don't open very nicely. Okay, I will save the juice, and if I find that the salsa is dry, which it probably won't be because I'm putting lemon juice in, I will add the juice if necessary. Otherwise, I will just save this, and if I don't find a use for it in the next day or two, I will just throw it in the freezer and use it later. But yeah, save the juice. Juice is handy. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to kind of go through and pick out the nasty bits. This will get pureed, but we don't need some of the nasty bits. Okay, this was 2 cans. Doesn't look like enough, but I might just go with it anyways. So I'm going to go with that, get it cleaned up, get some salt and pepper on there, and I will add more seasoning after, so I don't have to worry about it being overpowering, because this will reduce down a little bit. There we go, just a little bit. Okay, going in my turkey roaster, I'm going to put it in probably about 350, because that's what I do with everything, and like I said earlier, probably for about an hour. So we will see how this goes. Okay, so it's actually been about an hour and a half, so it took a little while for the turkey roaster to warm up, so I always try to account for that in my time, but this is, as you can see, there's a little bit of juice in the bottom, so sometimes it actually takes a little longer to roast in a high-sided pan like this, but it's what fits in my turkey roaster, so I'm kind of stuck using that. Now, I'm going to do this in a pot because it's heat safe. This is really hot right now. I don't feel like waiting for it to cool down. So I'm going to just get this all scraped into the pot. We're going to puree it down, get all of our ingredients mixed in, and go from there. This is screaming hot. This literally just came out, and I don't want to touch the pan. Okay, so we can not make a mess doing this. Okay, so this didn't roast quite as much as I had hoped it would. Again, the high sides don't help. but this is sort of a proof of concept. So this is my first time trying this. If it works out, which would be really nice, then I can do it again. And more, it's not if it works out, because it does work. It's do we like how it tastes. So, okay, I'm going to keep that in there for now. I'm going to puree this up so I've got it all ready to go. I'm going to get all the ingredients in. I'm going to put it in the fridge to let it cool off, and then I will taste it. So we'll give the final taste when it's cool enough. I will taste as I go just to make sure salt, acid, pepper, all that's on point. Smells good. Whoops. Put that back there. I think I should have had an apron on. Okay, I'm going to put in just a little bit of cumin. Not much. Just a little bit. This is some of the cumin that I grew in the Aerogardens. Add a little more salt and pepper. I've already salted it, so I want to take it easy on the salt this go around. Then I can, oops, add more next go around. That is going to be peppery. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of freeze-dried cilantro, but I will be adding fresh as well. And then some lime juice. That might actually kill the bottle. The limes were on sale, and I did pick some up, and I zested them and froze the juice. So once tomato season actually hits, I should hopefully be able to have some fresh lime juice in my salsa. Alright, let's get that stirred up. I'm going to give this a quick taste just to make sure everything's on point, but it will affect the taste of it because it's so hot. Okay. Always test with whatever you're going to eat it with. Let's see. I think I hit that. That doesn't happen very often, but I think I hit that one on the nose. It feels like everything is in the right spot, taste-wise. So, like salt and acid. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. You can always micro-adjust later. I'm going to get my cilantro chopped up and incorporated, and then I will get it in the fridge for later. This is fresh cilantro from my very sad-looking cilantro plant. It is putting out new growth, so I just have to kind of dig through and find the good leaves for all of the bad leaves that are hiding. Okay. So that's that. Get that mixed in. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get a container, put that in, and I will let you know how it turned out after it has cooled off and if it required any more salt or acid. I don't know how much I don't know how much the taste will change after it's cooled off. Sometimes it changes a lot, sometimes it doesn't. Right. And that made about 2 cups. I think that made 2 cups. So there you go. I'll let you know in a minute. This is how the roasted salsa turned out. It was really good. And it was kid approved, so I think this will be a really nice go-to salsa for when the tomatoes are not in season. It also means that I can probably plan on putting some diced tomatoes in my canned rotation, and I will be able to make salsa on demand if I need to. So if I run out of roasted salsa, I can whip some up. So this was really good to know. And the roasting process actually took out that raw canned tomato flavor, so it really helped bring out the flavors of the other ingredients as well. So yeah, highly recommend. This was the way to go. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have some videos at the end that you might enjoy, and I will see you next time on the Aerogarden Homestead.